Well, hello YouTube, and welcome back to the all-new Channel 2012. So in case you haven't guessed by the video title, today we're going to be taking a closer look at the NEC MultiSync MT830 Plus LCD projector, and we're going to see if it has stood the test of time. For 14 years, we're going to do a hardware tour, and then we're actually going to attempt to fire it up, which I haven't tried to do in probably about 6 months. Let's start with the front. We got the projection lens there, fan exhaust, standard power cable port, power switch, and then there's a number of wireless remote receivers around all the sides of it as well. This side we have the fairly durable carrying handle. This thing comes off, that's the dust filter. This can unbolt and let you stick in a PCM-CIA card, which I don't have. Then you got some inputs here. We got composite in, S-video in, VGA in, another VGA in, and actually this does have speakers, so everything has audio inputs too. Phono plugs, and on these they're 3.5mm jacks. You also have a monitor output, and over here we have a port for the remote, which I have here. The remote can be wired or wireless, depending on if you want to put batteries in or not. You can also plug this into a computer if you have a PS2 port for the mouse, which I actually don't, so I haven't had a chance to try this feature out. And then I believe this is the input that you can put from, you can plug in a PS2 mouse, I believe is how that works. Just have speakers and an infrared window on the back, and just some information and stuff on the side. Lamp doors on the top, you just undo a screw and it comes up. On the top there are a few button controls. You got menu, down, left, right, enter, then zoom and focus controls. There is power zoom, power focus, and then the on and off button. So next we're going to attempt to hook this up. Make sure that's in there. Now we are going to turn on the mains. Does that, the yellow standby light comes on over here. So we'll see how it goes right now. Alright, it's starting up. Looks like the lamp lit. This is from 1999, so it is only an 800 by 600 resolution, 300:1 contrast ratio, but because it is the Plus model, it does have 1,250 lumens of light output. Since my VGA cable is in use by other members of the family, we're going to have to resort to using composite cable hookups from the Xbox over there. There we go. The remote, it's actually a kind of a unique remote. It has a lot of cool functions that you can't access through the panel alone. You got on-off buttons at the top, and then you have individual access to all the video sources, including the PCM-CIA card. It also has this cool laser pointer feature that you can use. It actually works pretty well. And then there's also some other cool features here that I will go over a little bit later. Right now, let's just try and go to the video source. And here we are. As you can't see very well at that angle. I have it zoomed and focused here as best as I can, and it actually looks pretty good, but as you can see on the far right there, there is a problem that this projector's been having. I think it's the whole LCD banding problem. I don't know why that is or what causes it. When you first turn it on, you basically can't see it, and it just gets worse and worse as the projector runs until it's covered maybe like a quarter of the screen almost from the right. Still, it's quite watchable, and it does not look too bad for what it is, especially considering that this is scaling up a totally standard def composite video source here. Let's take a look at some of the features here. Bust out the remote for this one. Here's where things kind of get interesting. If you go to the projector menu, the buttons turn red. As you can see, the menu is on the screen there. If the menu times out, the buttons on the remote go dark. Here we are in the menu. You can scroll up and down through that. And then you use the trigger on the bottom of the remote to select stuff. This is basically just the input select menu, image adjustment menu. You can change the audio volume. Let's see what we got here for image modes. We got natural, normal. Oh, that's the Xbox screensaver there that it just went into. Dock cam, natural. I think natural does look best. You can also perform keystone adjustment one way only. I have it all the way off for this because it's pretty square on with the screen. Brightness and contrast don't do a whole lot. Just the sharpness a little bit, kind of to the middle. Power menu. Oh, here we go. We got our lamp usage. We're at 1,542 hours on this particular lamp, although I do have another one brand new in the box. Let's see, auto start. I forget what auto start does. I think that automatically turns on the projector when it sees input, but I'm not sure. Auto power off, I think, just turns it off after there hasn't been input for a while. Keystone save, just if you've adjusted the keystone setting, then that saves it for next time. Lastly, settings menu, background, you can have that be either black or blue. Video standard, you know, NTSC and all that stuff. So you can see it flips that stuff around. Interestingly enough, when these are enabled, you don't see as much of that banding on the side. And here we are back to front floor again. English, and then pointers. That's another interesting feature we will actually look at right now. I'm going to hit the cancel button on the remote to cancel the menu. Look at some of the other features here. Another red button feature you can enable is pointer, and that actually overlays a little pointer on the screen that you can operate with the D-pad in all different directions. Slowly or quickly. Doesn't really do anything, although I'd imagine this might be one of those things where you can plug it into the PS2 port. I'm not entirely sure. And you can just hit the red button to cancel that. Pick mute just turns the screen black. Freeze freezes it on whatever frame it's on. Magnify lets you zoom in. Rather far, actually, although I'm not able to pan around it. There is sound in here. Not very loud, not terribly good quality speakers. While we're waiting for that, though, let's go ahead and look at the remote here. Like I showed you before, there is the laser pointer feature. And then on the front, there's actually these things fire out of both sides, which ensures that you can use it from almost anywhere in the room. Since there's receivers on all four sides, chances are that, you know, it'll receive something. I'll turn the volume down a bit there. That's about all there is to say about this. In the video, I'm seeing a bit of a yellow tint here, although that is totally non-existent in person here. I don't see anything like that in the projector itself. That's just something that the camera seems to have introduced. All in all, I don't know if I'd buy one of NEC's products today, But this one seems to have stood the test of time fairly well.
Alright, they got two in the Cadillac, one in their office, one on the park bench. My command, the bus, kill the rest of their communication. Now, I just lost my vision. The bus pulled up.